Okay, that has to be that. Boop. And for my audience that knows about Battletech, land air mechs are lousy. We're not playing this campaign for like Uber mechs or like there's no clan mechs or super tech here. We're playing like periphery mercenary groups dealing with old equipment and stuff that's not super efficient. So, because it's about the story. And of course, it's always fun to struggle on the tabletop a little bit because if you just go in there and just murderize everything with your like super tech 3067 clan ghost bear mechs or something, it's just not as much fun. The struggle is where it's real. And for those of you that don't have any idea what the hell I'm saying, you're okay. You're better off. Just look into the history of Battletech, you'll pick it up. It's a really super rich game. I like it because it's very 80s sci-fi. And there's no aliens, which some people don't like because humans are the bad guys, like forever and ever, which is, I guess, probably a more realistic way of looking at a game that's based on interstellar fighting for planets with giant robots. And you could get into the physics and the odds of encountering an alien species and all that, but whatever. They just decided that it's all humans all the time. Ooh, boy, look at that mold line. Whoa. God damn, these molds are bad. So look at that. Look at. They are like they tried to make it like a vent port. One side's deeper than the other, and it doesn't even line up. Beggars and choosers, and we gotta work with what we got. So that'll probably be some fill work for me later once we get into the painting. But in the meantime, we got a leg. Well, part of a leg. Leg. Time for leg 2. Do a little mold sprue flash removal. Clipper's getting most of it, but when you're dealing with kind of not so great plastic, you always got to go in and do a little more. And I'm using some 240 grit God hand sanding strips. I think these are the 3mm thick. They're pretty good. I got a 600 here too if I want to go smoother. We'll do that in the final, but we're just doing the rough prep right now. 240 does pretty good. What I like about this stuff is you can fold it up and like really like get in there. And it's not going to take out like huge chunks of the model. I mean, I guess you could say this is like some ASMR. Listen to that scratch. Anybody who's old like I am and knows the struggles of FOSSA Corporation and their lawsuits where they got sued by Harmony Gold back in the 90s for use of artwork that Harmony Gold claimed was copyrighted. Long story short, Harmony Gold owns Robotech. Not Robotech. They own the rights to Robotech distribution in the United States. Back in the 90s, FOSSA Corporation licensed the artwork for a lot of the mechs to use in their own books. They went to Japan and licensed some artists in Japan, the original artists who drew the mechs. So FOSSA thought they did the right thing and got licensing and permission to use those designs. Well, they put it in their books. There's several of them. They're called the Unseen mechs now, but they're the same designs you see in the old Robotech series. Iconically, one of them is the Valkyrie transformable fighter. They called it a land air mech. Several other designs got used too. So long story short, again, Harmony Gold sues FOSSA. It's the 90s. Copyright law isn't really set out very well for like country transfer, I guess, or some legalese. They basically couldn't track down like original licensing points, and so FOSSA lost. and they lost a bunch of money and they had to take out all this imagery. Fast forward to now, Harmony Gold has tried to sue many people for use of this artwork. And a year or two ago, with one of the Mech Warrior games that came out, they tried to sue the producer of that game. The producer of that game won and the judge basically said, you have the rights to distribution of Robotech. You don't own the rights to the art, period. Your license is very specific to the distribution of a particular series that does not give you creative control of all artwork related to that series. So had FASA had a better judge back 25 years ago, maybe they'd still be around today. I guess my mech choice is pretty obvious because I'm choosing the land air mech, the transformable mech, because it has multiple roles, but it's not good at any of them, and that's kind of my life. I know how to do a lot of things, but I'm not real good at any of it. All right. So I guess this hunk of shit-looking plastic here that there are no instructions on how to assemble. Just like, it's like, here's a finished arm, put this piece on it. But like the arm is very, like, there's a shoulder, there's forearms with hands. So they're like, I guess the message here is, we don't care how you get there, just get there. So here we go. God, these really aren't labeled. All right. Piece 1. Okay, that's a left hand. Apparently, this is a left hand. So we're going to get this one out, because this one's the one that's not going to have a gun in it. Our powers of deduction and anatomy combined, we are figure this bullshit out. So is it the one above it? I guess. Alright. Good times are had by all. Okay. I guessed correctly. Sometimes you guess right. Sometimes you don't. So both of those pieces were very... That's what I get for not looking at the backs, because I got two female pieces. So get rid of that one. That piece. Oh, nope, we did it wrong again. Those pieces didn't match up to